This month on the Masala vlog, the Seuss family is shaking things up. After my own attempts at cross-cultural culinary experiments hit a wall, and Melissa's endeavors soar,
this is really good.
I realize it might be time for a change. And with a surprise discovery at our local theater, it is time for the Surfing Violinist to reconnect with India in a way that extends beyond food to film, music, and culture just the way we did before, but this time 10,000 miles removed. I catch up with old friend and TS VIP Aditya, who ran camera for me back in Comic-Con Bangalore 2015, which prompts me to revisit some things I overlooked while I was in South India, and Aditya surprises us with some much-needed distilled nostalgia. We're taking the masala up another notch in this episode of the Masala vlog. Speaking of taking things up another notch, Mel has been doing some dynamite experiments with dairy-free butter chicken.
It's been a while since I've had like a truly transporting experience like I did with my first time getting the yellow doll right. I'd say Melissa has done it with this non-dairy butter chicken. So what do we got here?
Oh, we have some dishes. Aren't you so excited? Wanted to have dishes so I could do private dinners. So, look! Chutney.
Nice.
Whatever. Yeah, anyway. Dude, I'm so excited about this. I was like, these are so pickled onions.
Alright, I haven't tried the guava pulse yet, so. Hey, we could go watch KGF 2 tonight. I've arrived, y'all. I've arrived. I straight up ate it. Oh, I like it now. Man, I'm going to eat these all the time now. This is great. So I'm going to try the Paan Paraag. I don't think I ever tried this when I was in India.
Oh, no, right?
Well, I don't think the Paan Paraag is for me. I think I'll stick with the pulse.
Out of the blue last month, my old friend Aditya decided to surprise me and Mel with a bit of Indian nostalgia.
Got a surprise in this.
Ooh. Is it Old Monk?
Oh, yes.
What? Oh,
I knew you'd be so excited.
I gotta have some rum and coke. Oh, he sent it to us?
Yeah, that was the FedEx passage. Well, he messaged me about a week ago.
Oh.
What prompted the generous gift of the old monk, which made Melissa's week when we got it?
So you remember the picture you posted on Facebook, right? The one where you look like a fisherman from...
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, I knew there was something that jogged your memory about it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I thought the only thing that was missing in that picture was a bottle of Old Monk. I think every college-going kid would depend on Old Monk for his kicks.
And then there was the great little tie-in that when I was at Comic-Con in Bangalore, I was on stage and they had a Captain Jack Sparrow cosplay and he had the same type of bottle.
That bottle is so iconic. I mean, people have made DIY vases out of it, lampshades and whatnot. I would recognize that bottle anywhere.
Special thanks to Aditya. He sent a little note. Yes. Somehow got lost in the packaging, but it said, "Dear Ford and Melissa, here's a little taste of home, away from home." Love Aditya. So my grandmother was not a drinker, but she would make rum balls. Did you ever have those rum balls?
Of course. Yes, I do remember.
And so, you cook them up, and so there's you don't really have any alcohol content, but this makes me think of her rum balls. That's super sweet, really. All right, we got to take at least one swig, just as is, and then we'll do the old rum and coke.
Yes, because that's...
variety, which is, Melissa's not the biggest liquor drinker.
I'm not the biggest, just pure liquor girl. Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ford and Noble would go to the liquor store, grab some Old Monk, we'd get some Cokes, do rum and Cokes. That's my fond memories of Old Monk, is sitting around the Kolkaji table with Luke, having rum and Cokes. Here's to all of our many fabulous memories of Delhi and all of the people who are part of them.
Cheers.
Miss you.
By the way, tomorrow night I'm watching RRR, Triple R, whatever this movie's called. I never saw all of Bahubali, but it's showing here.
So I didn't give regional cinema the time of day when I was in India until near the end of our time there. I regret now that when I saw my first Telugu film in Hyderabad back in 2012, that I was dismissive and rather condescending.
Another thing that brings Hyderabadis together is movies, specifically those created by the Telugu film industry located in Hyderabad. Also known as Tollywood, this film industry is the third largest in India. I got to see the end of my first Telugu film, which looked to be vying to break the record for number of revolving tracking shots and Hitchcock shots in one scene. Tollywood is growing gangbusters with no signs of slowing, with ever-bettering production values and more ambitious projects, and in that way, the film industry can stand as a symbol of Hyderabad itself.
But as Kismet would have it, not only did I get to have that great conversation with Aditya at Bangalore Comic-Con, but I was given a sneak peek into the future of regional cinema that I believe is going to have a permanent effect on global pop culture. I actually introduced Rana Dagabati and Tamina, not realizing what a big deal Bahubali was going to be. Comic-Con India still has that video up, and you know when you hear the actors gushing about their director, you tend to just think it's marketing or promotion. So I really didn't register what Tamina was saying about Rajamouli as anything but that. So I really missed out on the Bahubali phenomenon. So what was your thoughts about Bahubali when it came out?
They took an original story, told it the way Indians love telling stories to each other, through kings and kingdoms and betrayal, good over evil, all those tropes told in an Indian context. There's a reason why Mahabharata, when it was aired during the pandemic, it became popular again, right? Like everyone watched it, even though it was 30 years old and the production value didn't make sense anymore. But everyone loved it because those are the stories that resonate with Indians, right? So, the same way Bahubali's story also resonated with Indians. Also, I think Bollywood has this bad habit of copying the West blindly. Mm-hmm. Copying songs is one example that that blatantly happened during the 80s and the 90s. Right. And the thing is, Bollywood can copy Hollywood because Indians wouldn't watch Hollywood too much. But now that they do, Bollywood's in a kind of a fix, and regional cinema has always had to rely on telling original stories,
right?
Because they couldn't copy Bollywood.
Right.
They had to tell their own stories. They had to tell new stories, and that's why they always came up with the best stuff.
When I was in India, I was just distracted when Bahubali came out. I didn't give it a fair watch, but I finally get the hype about Rajamouli in particular and regional film in general, now having seen RRR in theaters. Part of it was my own weird brand of Ferengi homesickness for India, and so my zeal is probably a bit over the top. But I was truly moved by what is an unapologetic Masala blend of 1,000 influences that combine to form this insane patriotic religious action opera. To me, it's like almost seamlessly combining the revisionist history of Inglourious Bastards, the underdog period piece revolutionary vibe of Lagan, the buddy action comedy of Sholay, the sacred sacrificial violence of the Passion of the Christ, and the audacity of the tonal shifts one has come to expect from big-budget Bollywood blockbusters like Doom and the like, to form a film that ends up beating Bollywood at its own game without losing that regional flavor. A lot of times the homages or straight-up plagiarisms in Bollywood blockbusters are so similar to their source material that it's distracting. But what Rajamouli accomplishes here just didn't feel derivative or stale. And I think that's primarily because he tailored the story to revolve around such fully fleshed out incarnations of the film's heroes. I think he did a great job of sculpting the heroes' characters with equal parts of their revolutionary and religious inspirations. And the mechanics of the action I found quite inspiring, especially in the hunting scene and the bridge scene, which brings us to production value.
Regional cinema didn't have financial backing back in the 80s and 90s. They always worked in smaller budgets. But as these regional cinema started telling more original stories, and Indian audiences matured and they craved more original stories, more stories that ran away from formula. Yeah, because that was all that Bollywood did for a long period of time. Formula films. This is what works. This is what Indian audiences consume. We will do this.
It's hard to overstate the importance of RRR's meteoric rise in box office collections. While Americans are incentivized to fixate on petty celebrity drama and the awarding of graven images, Rajamouli has steadily chipped away at Bollywood's hegemony, being so good they had to join him as he transforms the Masala blockbuster into something that is so singular, it's almost impossible to characterize. It's a stunning achievement, and I think it heralds good things, not just for India and Tollywood, but for regional and local voices worldwide.
There was this one particular scene that kind of stayed with me, and that was the scene where Bhim was flogged by Rama, and the entire the song sequence and his refusal to bend the knee in face of tyranny, it sent shivers down my spine. The whole experience was out of this world for me.
I really have to give credit to T-Series after, talking so much crap about them for the last few years, because they did such a good job with the marketing of that song.
Yeah.
They released a music video with the playback singer singing back in December on their Telugu channel and on their South Indian music channel. And it got a lot of views, and so it served a multiple purpose. It was marketing for the playback singer, marketing for the composer, marketing for the film, and it's a beautiful music video. And you have both of the characters in statue form, coming back throughout the scene. It's a beautiful song. I'm going to try to play it on violin. I'm trying to see if I can do it justice. Tell us a bit more about some regional cinema that has inspired you, and give us some recommendations.
I'll talk about Marathi film industry because I'm a Maharashtrian. I speak Marathi at home. Shwas, you should definitely check it out. And since you love history of Indian cinema, Harishchandrachi Factory, that's a movie that you should definitely watch.
I have a challenge for both of us, though, because also coming to Panama City Beach, KGF 2, so it's the sequel with, how did they put it? Rocking Star Yash.
KGF is going to be like another Bahubali for me because I haven't watched the first movie.
Right.
I'm going to sit down, watch the first movie, and then go watch the second one. Thanks so much, Ford. It was interesting talking to you. Keep it creative, keep it cross-cultural, keep it constructive, YouTube. Thank you.
To see these videos early without ads, join the lineup here on YouTube. You just need a YouTube account, and for $1.99 a month, you click this little join button and sign up to get early and ad-free access to 4 monthly vlogs: the surf vlog, the Masala vlog, the violin vlog, and the family vlog. Thank you very much.